For the press conference after the game, Stuttgart surged against Frankfurt Galaxy with a score 33-20, and at the beginning we would like that head coach Andrus Bart say something about the game, and then later Newman, our head coach, and then you guys will have the chance to ask questions. Yes.
Hey, yeah, well, I thought Stuttgart did a great job of running the football. We did a poor job of stopping the run, and there isn't anything in this game that's more frustrating than not being able to stop the run. So we've got our work cut out for us. Most of it, it's not really schematic. It's just that we need to tackle instead of grab, and that'll be a focus of our next week here as we go. I thought the one thing that our team did that was a positive thing was that they stuck in there and kept playing, and I was pleased with that attitude. And it's something that, first games you find out where you're at, you find out what you have, where you're at, and then you work from week 1 to week 2 to eliminate those negatives and focus on the positives and move forward. And hopefully this football team will do what most football teams do from game 1 to game 2, is that they show probably the most marked improvement of the season is when they go from 1 to 2. So we're looking forward now to a new week of practice, a new opponent, and our guys are really chomping at the bit to get to the next game now. Okay, because I think there were some times out there where they were a little embarrassed about the way it unfolded. So, and these guys are really true competitors, and I appreciate that about them. So.
Okay, thank you, Coach Andrus. Jordan, your statement, please.
Yeah, we knew going in it was going to be a good fight, a good physical fight, just because it's going to be, a well-coached team in Frankfurt, and these guys, they got some good athletes over there. We do know that it's probably a team that's going to grow and get better over the season, just having a new coaching staff, and that's always difficult to kind of implement. So I anticipate the next time around we see them, it's going to be a really difficult test. From our side, I was happy the way we ran the football. I was happy the way we were balanced offensively, and I think our defense did a pretty good job of flying around and tackling today.
Thank you very much. So, dann dürft ihr eure Fragen an die beiden Head Coaches stellen. Ja, bitte.
Jan Erd, Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung. Coach, since you said you're going to work on the tackling strength of your guys,
yeah.
Especially against the run and covering the middle of the field, I'd say, with the linebackers group as well. How exactly will you push forward, with this concept? In how exactly will you train?
Well, you have to be careful in practice when you're working on things like tackling, because you can't do it live, and you can't beat yourself up. So we'll go into some drills that we'll focus more on those drills that we've been running that involves form tackling, and we'll talk to them about, hey, don't grab people, hit them. So that's just the way you have to do it, because we have a small roster in these leagues. You go into a game with 50 guys, so you can't beat them up during practice, but that's kind of the way you have to proceed with it.
Gibt es weitere Fragen?
Coach Newman, how happy are you with the new running backs you got in your team now, with Wiesigstraw and Ojevo?
Real happy, just because we knew going into this off season when we lost Yannick Meyer that we were going to have to kind of change our identity a little bit, just because you can't replace somebody like him, and the identity was going to be more tight ends, more running backs. So to get Tommy was a focus in the off season, and then to add Albert to it as well. And then I thought Kai Hunter played a good game, so I was really happy with kind of those three guys rotating.
Okay. And how happy are you that you become back Luis Geyer, that he is playing the season at all?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those things are always, bittersweet when you lose them, like a Lenny Krieg to the Falcons. But if he would have gone, we would have been really happy for him. Obviously, would have hurt us as a football team. But, for sure, it's awesome having Luis here.
Okay.
Gibt es noch eine Nachfrage an die beiden Headcoaches?
But Andrus, what is the plan for the next game? You have to fly to Madrid, I
Yes.
think, already.
Yeah, that's the plan.
What you have seen the first play yesterday already? What is your opinion about Madrid?
Well, I haven't seen Madrid yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I have not seen. I didn't see the game.
Okay.
I did see the Ryan Paris game, but I did not see the Madrid game. So, from what I understand, they have an excellent quarterback. I know him from past history in some of the leagues that I coached in the United States. So, he's a very good football player. Came from the University of San Diego, and he's going to be a guy that we're going to have to reckon with. And so, very composed player. And so, those trips like that, they're difficult because it's a long ways away. You fly. It's a later game start. So anytime you travel, it's a challenge. Now our guys don't know any different yet because they haven't played a home game this year yet. So anybody that's new to it is like, well, here we go again. We're traveling, but we got to pick up the pieces and focus in on what we can control to make ourselves better. So, and that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Noch Fragen? Dann vielen Dank fürs Erscheinen. Thank you to the two head coaches. Dann sehen wir uns hier in 3 Wochen wieder gegen Munich Ravens. Bis dahin, alles Gute, bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss, schönen Abend.